Xavier, Tabitha shouted as she ran across the picnic, hiking up her dress and all of its folds, skipping daintily across from corn relish to corned ham to corn on the cob until she reached the trampoline. Xavier, she said again, watch how high I can go. And she jumped, and her tremendous bosom did too. That, of course, was a reading from Wuthering Heights by one of the Brontes. Emily, probably. If that's not right, please write into Writer's Room at writersroom.com, maybe. I'm Jack Piss. I'm the host of this show, and I'm joined today, lucky me, he, joined by my best friend, a co-worker, co-writer, often, Connor Doyle.
Hi.
The loquacious Connor Doyle. And joining us also...
Thank you.
Joining us also with very good, very exciting, very big get for this show, we have the illustrious and the lusty Alanis Percocet.
Hello, hi boys. Lusty as ever. Guilty as charged.
And that's perfect. I'm happy to see rosy cheeks and bosoms in the studio today because what we're doing, actually, we're doing a Harlequin novel themed writer's room. A Harlequin writer's room. It's going to be boys and girls and everyone in between only show.
Only all genders.
Only all genders matter.
All genders only today.
I have a fully brown t-shirt that says that. It mixes all the colors of the rainbow, and it says all genders matter in brown.
Jack Piss, you're an ally, and I've always said that about you, except for the time you said the hard F, but, we have moved past that.
Yeah, started out as the Axis, became the ally. Am I right?
You love to see that. Italy. It's a real Zuko story.
It's a me, Jack Piss. Connor, where do you stand on this whole issue? Are you an ally?
Look, I don't like to take sides. I don't like to pick genders. I don't even like to pick the colors of my house. But I will say this: 100%. I support all genders.
That's great.
Hell yeah!
You hear that, TD Canada Trust? Maybe throw us some money now. Are you ready? Oh, maybe only in June. I'll try my luck again in June. Now, Alanis Percocet from the Lola and Lani podcast and beyond. Have you read a lot of the horny novels or consumed horny movies we call Harlequin?
My brain is full of horny stories, horny moments, sort of horny fantasies at all times. I did have a doctor tell me that were I to read Harlequin novels, my brain would be overcome with hornt. Is how he laid that out for me. There was a lot of technical jargon, but he did his best, and he did tell me the brain contains a certain amount of phlegm, and that phlegm can get agitated and turn into hornt phlegm, hornt
and phlegm.
Yeah,
so
in that
solidifies
instance, were I
brain.
to read the Harlequin novels, I would become lusty, as both of you boys know me to be, of course, but to a degree that would be detrimental to my health and detrimental to the health of people around me. And I would have to be bled of my humors, of the phlegm.
Wow.
I would have to be
drill
siphoned
into your head.
Yeah, it's sort of it's a leeching situation. And so he doth bade me.
Yes.
Mrs. Percocet.
Shit.
Thou shalt avoideth the Harlequin.
You have famously, well, not famously, but you have a medieval holistic doctor, which is really interesting, very niche. How'd you find this doctor?
Well, he's a witch.
Well, don't say that.
He's a witch.
Don't say that.
No, let's be honest. He's a witch. I'm not being crazy. He lives in a hut in a swamp with a pointy hat. He's a wit.
It is.
sounds like a
It's
good
a
doctor to
rustic
me.
abode, Connor. It is a rustic abode. Who doesn't love sort of a cottage core aesthetic? Very big on
It's not
Instagram right now.
rustic. It's got like holes in it. It's wet all the time. There's like moss and like mushrooms growing out of the side.
We all have holes in us.
I was just gonna say that. Great stuff. Great stuff, Lonnie.
Really, it's
I agree.
oozing
I'm
stuff,
full of
yeah.
holes and totally wet. Thank you for bringing us back to the subject matter at hand, by the way.
Yeah. Be getting wet.
I have a Harlequin
Rosy
fantasy.
cheeks and bosoms.
I have a Harlequin fantasy script that I've been working on. I've been looking for the right time to bring it up, the right sort of PG-13 to X-rated moment to bring it up, and this seems like it. It's pretty steamy in here already. Air quality's really dropped. I'm blushing like crazy.
That's just my humors. I did have to get a little bit of drilling, a little bit of leaching done on the phlegm.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I did recently watch a very horny movie. I watched Kramer versus Kramer. Have you seen this?
So
I've never
I
seen
never have, and I've always assumed it's just Michael Richards in a kind of face-off situation with himself.
You would think that, but it is
screaming the N-word.
Yeah, unfortunately, but it is actually a sort of family drama, and the sexual tension between Dustin Hoffman,
Kramer,
and Meryl Streep,
Kramer,
and the titular Kramer and the titular Kramer. The sexual tension between the two of them just bust my horn. And I had to take myself down to my doctor, down to his hut, and have a little bit of leaching done. And that's why there's sort of there is vapor sort of forming thanks to the moisture.
And there's kind of what looks like maybe melting hair gel also coming from the sort of your hairline. Is that maybe you're thinking about this movie too hard?
Okay, I went with Lonnie when I broke my wrist. Lonnie took me to her doctor, we'll call him. He told me to bury a toad.
Well, did you?
That's a euphemism, dude. He was being rude.
Wait.
Well, I would be rude too if
he was getting up in my face.
Yeah,
I think so. I think he wasn't taking you seriously. Like maybe he didn't believe that you broke your wrist. It's like saying go pound
This guy
sand.
was dissing me
go
medieval
bury a
style?
toad.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Healthcare in this fucking country, right?
it has to be said.
It's broken. The wait times are insane. You have to see a man in a swamp. So what are we doing? Do you have a book,
Hey,
Jack?
First of all, I don't like your fucking tone. We'll get there. We're having affable preamble talk right now. Okay, I'm looking at my watch.
I know this is really
it hasn't
nice.
moved,
This
which
is
means we
really
still have
nice.
tons of time for this bit.
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, we're gonna do.
All right.
We're gonna do.
No, I'm glad there's enough space for this big bit. Sorry.
Calm your little muffin over here. Were you sitting on something hot? You got a good script you want to read? Is that why you're so freaking bothered?
I'm just hot and bothered by all this talk of randiness and maybe just the hornt is building up in my brain.
Just gonna get worse, so you better learn to deal with it, or else we're not gonna be able to record this episode. Because the way I figure it, we got 2 to 3 horny ass Harlequin scripts to get through, and one of them was written by.
Well, I mean, it's kind
Lonnie.
of somebody's gonna have to sort this thing out.
This
I
has
don't
been
know
a really
what
good
to do
outlet
with
for
it.
me to sort of express the glands of my horn, to really just sort of let that go. And I'm really excited to bring this to the writer's room today.
I wish you told us to put down newspaper or something, but it is an honor to see you expressing yourself so freely.
Well, Jack, news,
Smells like earrings in here.
Yeah. Print media is dead.
That's why we write scripts, baby. Speaking of scripts, God damn it, great segue, Jack. Another little gold star on the segue
Gold
board
star for you, babe.
Jack.
Are we moving on?
Yes, Connor. That's what a segue is. We're gonna do a script.
Sorry.
We're gonna do a little script I wrote. Horniest little script that's ever come through this show. Probably quickly to be dethroned by whoever comes next. But this little script
Honey,
is called...
whoever's coming next, it's probably going to be me, honey. This is going to be a horny script, honey.
So, okay, great. On top of the ooze and vapors
Wow.
coming out of your head, there's going to be...
It's getting horny in here.
Yeah, oh, well, I look forward to it. It's going to get wet and wild in here. All right, kids, if you're listening to this, you're bad. Go to bed. This was definitely not for you. So this script's called Have You Seen the Muffin Man? Jack, that's me. You're going to play narrator?
Okay.
Gladly. Lonnie?
Yeah.
I'd love you to play Gretel?
Gretel? Okay.
Yep. Connor, you're going to be playing
Yes.
Grandel.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay, I can really see that for him. Yeah.
Gretel and Grandel.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
And what kind of
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Get your little questions out.
what kind of where's this set?
Oh,
What kind of
medieval town, Austria, maybe. No accents. No accents in this town for some reason.
Okay.
And
Okay. All right.
Misty, moody, late summer.
Misty
really
Moody, I
early
haven't
fall.
seen her in ages. My gal,
Oh,
Misty
she's still
Moody. She
missing?
went missing on the moors.
Oh my, that's bad news.
Yeah. If anyone's
They're
seen
bad.
my
That's
friend Misty
terrifying.
Moody, you tell her that she owes me $12.50.
Oh, Lonnie.
Yeah.
I think I have seen your friend.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I drink milk,
Uh-huh.
she's on. Well, they don't do that anymore. She's on the carton.
Oh my God. I always told her.
That's how I learned
my
French.
God, Jack. I'm sorry. This is just kind of huge. I always said, Misty, you are going to be a model. You are going to see your face in print, and the world is going to know who you are, Misty Moody. And she was always like, Lonnie, you're crazy. Look, I can't have this conversation right now. I have to go on one of my nighttime moor walks. And I was always like, Misty, that's so you. And that's the last time I saw her.
Aw,
Mm.
cute. Sounds like you guys
That's
had a
so
really
cute.
nice relationship.
Oh, she was a cunt, but I loved
That's
her.
that's love for you. That's family.
That's
I
love.
want you to use
Holy
some of that
shit.
in this script that we're going to read.
Okay.
Called Have You
Okay.
Seen the Muffin Man? Remember, you're Grendel and then Gretel.
Yeah.
Grendel.
Yeah.
Right? You got that, guys?
Yep.
Great.
I'm Grendel.
That's good
I got
stuff.
it. Yes,
Okay.
I understand.
Exterior. Woods. Big tree trunks. The trees soar into the sky. Big trees, old trees. Squirrels. Grasshoppers. Moths. Shafts of light come down through the leaves. Gretel and Grantel carve their names into a tree. They sing while they do that, or their little work. Suddenly, a big stomp is heard.
Could it be?
Could it
Another
be?
big stomp is heard. From around the corner, a very big, fat man walks around the corner. Hey kids, do you know where we are? I'm pretty lost.
Yeah, we're in the forest, silly Billy. What's your name?
Are you kids dating, or are you brother and sister?
Well, we haven't really put a label on it.
Oh boy.
I think we must be quite careful now. We don't know who this strange man is, my sister wife.
Girl, it's like I always tell you. What is a stranger if not a best friend in waiting?
I'm not looking to be friends. I'm just trying to get out of the woods, honestly. But my name's Peter.
Peter, that is such a hot name.
Pumpkin
Can I tell you something?
eater.
Wait,
That was my dad's name.
what the prissy one say? The prissy one with his little pants tucked into his socks?
Yeah.
You heard me. Stand back, Gretel. I shall draw my weapon now.
Okay.
No,
Whoa, put the
you
gun
listen
down,
to
kid.
me, Peter.
Whoa.
Are you either a piper or a pumpkin eater?
Well,
Nope.
are you?
Which Peter are thee?
Last name's Todd.
Okay.
Peter Todd?
Yeah.
Peter.
It's not suspicious or anything. What are you kids doing out
Peter
here? You
Todd.
vandalizing that tree?
We're declaring our love to the world.
I'm declaring my love for my brother to the world. You know how I said earlier that we're not ready to put labels on it? Well, Grendel, I am ready to put a label on it.
Okay, you guys, listen. I don't want anything to do with this.
No, Peter,
walks away.
wait. I
Peter's
know we
gone.
were standoffish.
Gretel,
Chief.
do you mean it?
Peter left.
Ugh. Again?
Oh, there goes our officiant.
There goes our officiant, Grendel. You have to stop scaring off these wanderers. Who will officiate our sibling wedding if not some random wanderer in the woods?
Suddenly,
Oh, you dumb bitch of a sister. Listen,
I love it
this
when you
is-
do that.
I know this. I just want everything to be perfect for you, my sweet baby sister.
I
bride.
know, but the thing is that the only perfection I need is to have you, me, and a random stranger from that yonder pathway.
suddenly a
That
cop comes out of the
pathway.
bushes.
Oh no, it's the
You
police.
kids. I heard everything you
the
said.
co-
And
the
you're
Bubbies are here.
busted.
Oh no!
you're busted like boils, kids.
Oh, they found us, dear sister. We must get down on all
Oh,
fours.
no.
Oh God.
Oh no, we've been found.
Oh.
We've been very, very bad,
Oh,
Mr.
we've
Policeman,
been
sir.
So naughty.
Please
to-
don't punish my brother, husband, and I.
Jesus.
Oh, don't
Guys,
spank
stop
me
improvising.
now.
Cut to
Sorry.
the two children are in stocks in the middle of town. People are gawking at them and snickering behind their hands, saying, sibling lovers, sibling lovers,
Oh,
sibling
no.
lovers, oh, sibling lovers.
No. Oh, this
Oh, no.
A judge with
no.
big, Judge Dredd with big long white dreads, with big is standing in front of them, and he's
God.
proclaiming to the crowd, a cop found these brother and sister talking a whole bunch of crazy horny stuff in the woods, and I checked the Bible. That's not allowed. So what? If no one speaks now, we're gonna cut their heads off.
Oh no.
Well-
I hope they don't spank our bare back.
Does anyone have anything
and
to say?
butt. Anyone?
Oh, won't someone say something for
Someone
us?
From the
please say something.
From the back of the crowd, there's the murmuring begins. The crowd
Oh my
seems to
God.
be
Peter,
Whispering.
Peter,
Oh my God.
the crowd.
Peter,
the crowd's
Peter,
parting.
Peter,
There's a
Peter.
Who's that?
Can't believe
there's a big
Peter,
man.
Peter,
A big man.
Peter. Here
A
comes
big
Peter.
man walks to the front of the crowd.
Peter's here, Peter.
Oh.
He says,
Peter's coming.
"What's going on? How comes everyone saying my name?"
Oh my God, Grindel. Could it be?
Oh God.
Gretel, I believe it is. It's Peter.
Peter, you
Oh,
came
Peter
back.
File.
Yeah, I got out of the woods. What's going on
Oh.
here?
Peter.
The judge looks down at Peter. Who are you?
Well, Peter, tell the man.
Oh. Peter laughs. Oh, it's so funny running into you kids. Never thought I'd see you here. Honestly, I'm just
Jack, when does this get erotic? When does this
It's
get
been erotic the
erotic?
entire time. I don't know what
Because
you're
it's
talking
only
about.
been disgusting. It's only been
mean?
really gross.
Yeah.
Any
Putting a
eroticism
lot of
has been
judgment,
tainted
I think on these
Yeah.
by this.
these morally gray characters,
I-
not
yeah.
all of the characters that you're going to watch in your big Hollywood films, Connor, are going to be, Hawkman, okay?
Yeah,
and
Hawkeye
Mr.
and
Captain
Mr.
Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
They're not going to all be heroes.
Actually,
Some of them are
guys,
going to
this
be
is real
morally
life.
Actually, you want to
ambiguous.
know who's. Actually, you know who I like? I like She-Hulk because She-Hulk is actually kind of a real and flawed character. So your whole thing falls right apart. I like her and I like Superman.
Are you saying She-Hulk or She-Hulk?
Yeah, She-Hulk. Hawkeye's girlfriend.
Hawkeye's girl, his absolute lady.
Do they throw up into each other's mouth?
Oh, you know it.
That's hot.
If they're babies.
I could take some notes from that. Okay, let's try doing this again.
Okay.
Well, let's get back into the script. You want more erotica? Here we go. By the way, sorry, no, hold on a second. I did the research, man. People are always Googling. I put viruses on 100 people's computers, and they're all Googling brother sister stuff. This is what people want.
Also, in those ancient times, okay, there were like 5 people in your village. Some of them are gonna be your brother.
Okay, well, I'll just give my honest feedback right now. I don't think it's making me very horny.
Okay.
And the smell coming from Alanis's chair
Uh-huh.
is not helping.
All right.
Yeah,
Here's
it's
something.
I
slippery
think
over here.
she has a stinky chair.
All right.
I'm not saying she stinks. I'm just saying the chair might be
Wow.
Okay.
stinky.
You bratty little slut. Here's what we're gonna do.
Uh-oh.
Something
Oh
that's
my
never
God.
been done in the
Don't-
history of writers' room. You hear that? Freaking you pissing me off is the mother of invention. We're gonna have you pick up on the script where I left off and take it in a direction that you find hornier to your little taste. How does that sound?
Oh my god, this is
Okay.
unprecedented.
I think that's great.
Great. It's actually a pretty fun idea.
I
I'm
think
more
that's
excited than I
actually-
am, Ed. I'm excited to see where you take this. I have total
it's
faith
important
in
to
you.
You can
it's
do
important to
mine.
grow as a podcast, Jack, and I'm happy for you.
Don't patronize me, Lonnie, but thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Cut to the 1950s.
Huh?
Hey, I'm walking here.
Hey, I'm
Gretel
surfing
and
here.
Grendel are surfing on the waves. They're having a great time. They're on a tandem board.
Wow. Who'd have thought that they ever would have invented boards for tandem riding? Not this simple little provincial girl.
And how? If only
Uh,
they invented a board for tandem riding with your sister, who you also tongue.
No, that's actually
Huh?
sorry. No, Jack. That's not in there. You can't add the brother sister stuff wherever you want. That's not in there at all.
Oh,
They're not
Oh, I
brother
guess
sister
I-
anymore.
I
in
guess
this,
I
and they
misread.
actually
They're
I
not brother
misread.
sister anymore?
Oh,
no. You'll see in the next paragraph. They both explain what they found out is that they were never actually biological twins.
But
Oh,
don't
okay.
you think that them still acting on it with the full knowledge of that is kind of a complication in and of itself?
I don't know, man. Can we just get to the anal scene?
If I had a
Okay.
nickel. If I had a nickel.
okay. All right, let's do this.
Greta grabs the big Sharpie from the canister.
I think I will choose this one. No. This one is too big. My little hand can't fit all the way around it. And well, this one's too small. I'll simply snap it in two. So perhaps, well, I'll choose this one. Yes, that's just right.
Knock, knock,
Oh.
knock. Is there someone in my supply closet?
Oh my God.
At-
I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
fuck.
You see, I simply followed the smell of my nose to your supply closet. I can sniff out a hot, stinky marker from anywhere.
Okay, well, a simple
door
yes would have
opens.
sufficed.
The door opens and light bathed into the supply closet.
Wow.
It's teacher Peter.
Peter.
Peter the teacher.
Hey, kiddo.
I haven't
What
seen
did-
you since the stockade. How have you been?
Pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Peter's looking all over, touching his body for a pen. He hasn't found it all day.
Pretty messed up what happened back there. You know, I always meant to call you and sort of talk about it, but something held me back every time. And, well,
Keep him distracted, sis. Keep him distracted.
What funny children you are. Have you seen my pen?
your pen. How can you think about pens at a time like this? The year is
school time?
1956.
School time, children. That's what I'm paid to think about.
Waving around aimlessly with his hand, the schoolman Peter picks up what he thinks is a pen, which is really Grandel with a Sharpie up his ass.
Oh, great, my pen.
Yeah, just a regular
him up.
old pen. Be cool, big
Grandel,
bro.
help me.
Well,
you gotta help
Guess
me.
I'll get back to grading my papers now.
You get back to it, and remember, let us not nary speak about what hath happened in that very town square, lest
Whoa.
we be shamed.
That's some great English. Maybe we should move you up a year. What do you say? Would you like that? You little baby genius. God damn, this pen is heavy.
Yeah, it's...
What'd you do to my pen? Huh?
Like, oh my God.
This pen is as heavy as a whole child. Plus a pen. Oh,
Run,
good.
Grandel,
Grandel is having
run.
trouble.
I'm gonna have to write a... Oh, what's that?
The pen runs away.
Oh, that's
The
embarrassing.
human pen cap runs down the hallway, falls down, skids, leaving a bunch of a big Sharpie line.
Wow.
So what do you guys?
That's what happens when you buy generic. Sharpie. Always buy.
And then
Sharpie
we see full penetration.
Okay.
pen. Okay.
I think erotica is more sort of about like beating around the bush. Not building suspense there instead
Well,
of just
we're just
fully
getting to the
having
beating
someone
around the bush. We were just
putting
getting
a-
to the full penetration.
Mm.
You think that's
Yep.
beating around the bush?
Well, I mean,
I didn't
there's some around
envision-
the bush, but then usually you get right to the sort of middle of the bush.
The other thing is he kept saying
you're talking
children,
about a
and again,
bushy
in the
anus.
earlier ones, they're not. So we've fully aged them. They're aged up. They're desimplified.
I wasn't getting that.
are,
Me neither.
I wasn't really reading that. Jack, I had sort of before we hit record, I had asked you to not refer to my bushy anus. I do have a laser hair removal appointment set up for next week, but until then, I'm just sort of making do with the situation that God gave me.
We know you're making do. We can tell from the bushy anus, and the way
Are you referring to how dewy my ass is because of how hairy it is?
it's like coral.
we're
Like
making
picking up
do.
plankton or something.
Yeah.
I didn't come on
Great.
here to be body
Is
shamed.
this
I didn't say
erotica?
it was good or bad. I was simply describing.
And that is shameful, given the situation.
No, it's bad. I will
Yeah,
judge you now, and
yeah.
I say it's very bad. Do you want more PVI? Do you need more PVI? Well, guess what? You can get it live and in the flesh. The first Tuesday of every month at Tall Boys Bar in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. We'll be there with some of the best comedians ever. We do little bits in between introducing them. I mean, we have incredible people on there like Natalie Norman and Kyle Bergstresser and Amar Singh. A lot of people, but it doesn't matter. Because you're not there. Not yet. So show up, please. Tickets are $10. You can find a link to them in our bio. We'd love to see you there. Take care of you, beauties.
Podcast, very important.
That one, I don't like picking up your script. Because
Well-
I really had to make a lot of revisions and redactions.
And
That's-
physically, it's quite wet.
If
Yes,
there's
I
one
don't
thing
like
I've
picking up
learned
your script.
from writing, all these years of writing, is that you can't polish a turd. You will just get wet, like you said. So, time to
Is that
move
why
on.
your
I
hands are
guess.
kind of always covered in shit?
That, and
You got
because
crusty.
I think I just get unlucky. I think I have bad luck.
You think?
Yeah, I think so. I'm always falling in this stuff. I'm always stepping on it. I'll step on it and then I'll
Yeah.
go look and then I'll lose my balance from standing on one foot. And whoa, and I'll
You're like,
fall.
"Whoa, whoa."
And I'll put my hand in it and then I'll be get stung by a bee right after and try to slap
Yeah.
the bee and then I slap my face. Then there's poo on my face.
What did the bee say?
I don't know. What did the bee say?
Oh, I was just wondering. You talked about the bee, and I was just wondering if you said you got in a fight with him, and I was wondering if he said something about like your family or your mom or something. It's okay. You don't have to look at me like that. I was just wondering what the bee said to deserve a fight, but it's fine.
Bee stung my little face.
Your tiny little face. It's amazing that you can fit all the features on that. It is a small circumference. Circumference?
Sucks.
That's got to be what bees think too. And they must think, I got to get this thing.
Well, your face is so puckered. I really could see a bee thinking it was some sort of flower or,
Yeah. A poppy.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Mhm.
No one's ever said that before. No one's ever compared me to a flower.
Yeah.
Okay, and before anyone can take it back, we'll move on to the next thing that happens in this podcast, which is where someone else more or less takes the reins and tells us their script. And Connor, you had a whole lot to say. You could do yours.
Yeah.
But it also Huh?
Well, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm actually going back to the heart of romance here, more than just straight up vulgarity like some other scripts.
What other
Mine's
scripts?
going back to just any of the other scripts we may have read already in
Okay.
this episode.
Okay, great. I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, totally.
So, mine actually has a story to it. You know what I mean? It's got romance and classic storytelling. It's beautiful. It's a period piece. Set in the 1950s. It's got some incredible storytelling and romance and periods. It's about a woman, a maid, that falls in love with a doctor. He's a speech therapist, and this is in the Highlands of Scotland. And it's called Stuttering Heights.
Oh. Nice.
And it's really beautiful. And I was thinking, Lonnie, if you wouldn't mind playing the lead, Messica.
Messica. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I see her here. Great.
Yep. She's like, oh my God, you'll see.
Ugh.
And Jack, could you please play Dr. Stutenberger?
Yes. This happens in Scotland?
Yes, this is in Scotland in the Highlands in a very remote place because you wouldn't believe it, but the Scots are very particular about pronunciation. So it's sort of an academy to unlearn bad habits. Learn to speak Scottish.
Sounds erotic.
So it's really sexy. It's like an asylum. It's all that good stuff. It's like a sexy kind of asylum, like horror, terror, like BDSM dungeon, sexy asylum romance.
Speech therapy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys ready to go?
Oh, I'm ready.
Interior, the Scottish moors. It's disgusting. There's so much gross stuff happening here. Now, it's raining. There's so much fried food. And the people there, they have pimples. They're pockmarked and chicken pocked. But we pull up through the mist and above the clouds, hanging within the fog, is Stuttering Heights, the asylum for the verbally ill. Inside, we cut to Messica working quickly, trying to fix up a bed as her friend Jessica is standing nearby. You better get on with it, Messica. You know how the doctor likes these things. You got to have a good impression when you meet him.
I know. I really need to make a good impression on the doctor. I've always said doctors run the world. Who run the world? Doctors. And what I've always said, there I go again, prattling
Doctors
on.
run the world.
Off I go to make the bed.
Messica drops the pillow, looks down, shrugs, then
I'm never
thinks
gonna
of her
get this
sister.
right.
Her sister back home was really small and sick, and she coughs. She's holding on to her sister's hand in this flashback. It's so fucking sad.
Don't worry, darling. The cough will pass. And when it does, we'll go walking again. In the meadow. The way that you love. Remember? Skipping, running, twirling in the meadow. That's where we'll go. When you get better, any day now. There.
The sister dies.
Fuck.
We cut back to Messica, the present day. If only her sister had been able to speak. Who knows what she may have said.
If only my sister would have been able to speak. Who knows what she would have been able to say right before she died.
The door bursts open, and standing there is the doctor holding a body.
Hello, dearie.
Hello, doctor. Tell me, whether did you find that body? Whomst is it?
I was hoping you could tell me that. I found it lying around in the hallway, which,
Oh my
first of
God.
all, is super unprofessional for an asylum like this.
I know, we're just we're in a real
I'm-
staffing crisis
I'm
right now.
really upset.
Yeah, I know.
Despite the smell of the body,
It's just
Oh,
sort of
Jessica is entranced by the eyes of Dr. Stutenberger.
She's old. This is an old body. This has been
Oh my
out for
God.
a while. Look at how stiff it is.
It's
How
so
could this?
stiff.
How could this happen in my hospital?
I'm so sorry, doctor.
I'm
I know that this
so-
body is
The-
stiff, but what if we made something else stiff? Do you know what I
The
mean?
body is
Did that make
of
sense?
a geriatric that's
It's
it is moving.
This body, it's of our resident geriatric. Unfortunately, she has passed away.
Oh,
Jerry moves and is clearly not dead, but just can't verbalize that she's
Oh my God!
alive.
If only this body could come back to life and tell us what happened to it. It seems that this has been happening so often lately, Doctor. Bodies in the hallways, you see. Surely there is some mystery afoot, something altogether untowardly.
oh.
Messica steps close to Dr. Stutenberger.
But you'll protect
Their
me.
lips are almost kissing.
Do you think it's ghosts?
I think that there are a lot of things in this world, in heaven and earth, more than you know in your mystery, Doctor.
You're blowing
Doctor
my
drops-
fucking mind, nurse.
That's Shakespeare.
The doctor drops the body and grabs Jessica's face.
Come
Kisses
here,
it with
you.
his face.
What you been having?
On the floor,
Mm.
as they make out on the floor, geriatric screams inside of her silent body prison.
My face. How did you know that grabbing my face is my one weakness? My erogenous zone, even.
I'm a doctor.
Messica grabs Dr. Stutenberger by the hair and forcefully begins to try and push him down.
Oh, jeez. I'd love to keep kissing you. Loving the kisses. They're just great.
Dr. Stutenberg releases her hands and then gives her a little bump on the nose with his finger.
Not today. You're going to learn how to play by the rules if you're going to get me.
I just came so hard when you bopped my nose. It's like I said, my face is my erogenous zone. So that did do it for me.
Well, guess we know where your G-spot is now, darling.
Right on the tippy top of my nose, hun. All right. Well, let's clean up this body.
All right, great.
Geriatric lays on the floor silently screaming.
Oh, Jerry, you were always so funny. If only I knew the jokes that you were making.
Cut to, well, we'll go to the rival love interest comes in. His name is Sir Pew.
Sir Pew?
Yeah, so we'll go to the church that's in the. We'll go to the
Okay.
church scene.
Oh, now his name makes sense.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to church. Is there anyone here that thinks they should be married?
Well,
Messica stands up slowly, regretfully. Sir Pew also stands up. Oh, Messica and Sir Pew. What a fine match.
yes, it's the match that I've always wanted. You see, ever since I was a young girl, I knew that I would be with Sir Pew. That's right. It's a poem I just wrote.
From up in the top of the church, hanging from a bungee cord, is Dr. Stutenberger. He's watching this with horrified but aroused intent.
Oh, I'm gonna have to have a wank and kill myself.
I guess it's time to do what Mother always said. Marry the man who comes after the man that you're deeply in love with. Settle for him. You see, there is safety in stability. And that's actually, so that's a poem that she wrote as well. It sort of runs in the family.
Well then, calm down and I'll marry you to forever have sex with each other.
I guess. Wait a minute. What was that?
Something... there's like some sort of like bird shit or some shit on me, says Jessica. He's ruined my fucking... something's ruined my bridesmaid outfit.
Oh my God.
Messica!
Did someone call my name on this, the day of my marriage?
I can't stand by and watch you marry this tall fuck.
He's
tall
so
as you
swinging
fuck.
He's so tall. And by today's standards, that's about 5'6", you know?
I love
most
you.
people are sick back then. Swinging from a stretched bungee cord quite limply and with wet stained pants, it's Dr. Stutenberger.
Oh my God. Dr. Stutenberger, if you love me so, why for did you leave?
I forgot.
You forgot?
I forgot what we were doing.
You forgot that we had a thing going on?
I just forgot about it. I'm sorry.
No,
But then I remembered, and
Okay.
I missed it.
yeah. I mean, like, I sort of have like a stable thing going here. With Dr. Pugh. He's a doctor too. And I guess I just sort of want to circle back on you forgot.
Yeah, like I got busy.
You got busy.
I'm the resident. It's just a lot to deal with. I'm sorry. I think it'd be nice to have you back.
Oh,
in my
you're
life.
busy. I'm literally there's 2 nurses in this entire asylum. I'm basically running this place, but you're too busy.
You're making me change my mind.
I
No.
hate to interrupt my own wedding ceremony.
What is it, Dr.
Sister
Pugh?
Well, you see, I wish that I could marry you so I could bed you, my dear.
Of course. Who doesn't?
Well, can we get on with it then?
Oh,
You're right.
His lips are huge and turn outward like a worm. His skin is sallow. His salad is nasty.
Salad.
And
Dr. Pugh, wait. At first, I said
is it,
nothing
my dear?
when your lips were so worm-like. And then, well, I said nothing when your skin was so sallow.
that's like parchment.
But it's just like parchment. Always carved it in writing, too. I can't make heads nor tails of it because I can't read. A woman of my
Well, it's
time
like
is not
receipt
taught to
paper.
read. And that's something I really think we should talk about at a later time. But I don't think that I'm forgetting about that, okay? We're going to get back to that. But also, Dr. Pugh,
Oh, slavery's bad too. Remember that. We all think slavery's bad, even though that's where all our money's from.
Hey,
But
here,
don't
here.
worry,
it's
all the
important to
characters
sort of
here think
retroactively
slavery's bad.
moralize your characters, even though in a historical context it wouldn't really make sense to do that. But anyway, we're not talking about screenwriting in 2022. We're talking about our impending nuptials. And no, I don't just mean my upwardly turned breasts forever reaching to heaven and God up in heaven. You see, Dr. Pugh, it is your salad that I cannot forgive. Your salad upon which I cannot look past. It is so wilted, so browning, you see. And well, Dr. Pugh, I don't love you, nor your salad.
I see.
I know this
Sir
is
Pugh
difficult.
goes to the Dr. Stutenberger that's hanging from the ceiling, undoes Dr. Stutenberger's buckle,
oh, cheers.
Oh my God.
pulls his pants down to his ankles,
All right, on.
and then hangs himself with them.
Oh my God. You know what? I know this isn't kind of poor taste. He always had a thing with his sister. It was like I was kind of made very aware by the sister that I was the third wheel in the relationship. And that's, I don't know about,
Am I
Am I right?
be intolerant.
You're right. Maybe he's up there with his sister, who of course died of cholera last week. Maybe he's up in heaven with our dear God, looking down at my perky nipples.
Oh, I'm still up here. I need help getting down.
Okay, I'm just gonna undo this last bungee cord, and there it goes.
Sir, Dr. Stutenberger falls to the floor in a heap of piles of clothes and piles of cum.
Dr.
And then he
Stutenberger.
stands up and kisses the girl so hard.
That's for
But
help.
realizes that was Jessica and not Messica.
Jessica.
Oh.
But
I just had to get one in. Everybody laughs.
yeah!
So?
I love a
What'd you think?
freeze frame credit, and when the credits rolled there, I thought it was great.
Nothing sexier.
And I like that you got
happy ending.
Yeah. And I like that you got more color on the relationship between Jessica and Messica. Like, it's kind of, it's important to see how they interact and sort of what the color of their relationship is. And I thought that was a nice touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really wanted to draw parallels between Jessica and Messica's sister.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And in the first draft, I did have her sister actually say something.
What?
And it was, "My name is Jessica."
Oh my God.
Whoa, smart writing tip, everyone. That
M. Night
one's
Shyamalan
evergreen. Never goes wrong.
Found gooped, found gagged. Where did you come up with the concept of the face being an erogenous zone for her?
Well, you see, something that women love is just poking. Like, I'll get like just my hands.
Yeah.
And I'll go in and I'll just like, "You're so beautiful."
Sure.
And I'll just
And
Just
really
get in
there.
and
Sort of
push a little bit.
like Game of
you're
Thrones with Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
There's not one woman that's worth being with that hasn't enjoyed that.
It kind of looks like you're kneading pizza dough, but you're afraid of pizza dough. And
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gross. I'm making slime. And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Ew, I don't want to touch it."
Well,
Making
girl,
slime,
you're
and isn't
making
that just-
slime down
Yeah.
in my tight
Yeah, that's right.
little panties.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, it's a freaking girl's face. It's nasty.
They're tight because of the hairy, the bushy butt.
Lonnie, do we do one? Do you have a script? Do we do your script?
Great segue. Connor gets a little gold star for that segue.
I did. I brought a short. I brought a scene that I've been working on. Really, I'm trying to base the movie around this one scene, so I really want to flesh it out. This is also a romance, but it's an erotic thriller.
Oh, it is nice and short. That's perfect because
Yeah.
my antipsychotics are starting to kick in.
Good.
gonna get boring.
I want to wrap this up. So this is from my developing script. This is just one scene from my developing script. It's called Running Diagonally Scissor Together. And Running Diagonally Scissor Together. And so it stars two reoccurring characters of mine. There is Edwina Scissor and her longtime will they won't they Jonathan Together. Okay. Jonathan Together and Edwina Scissor. And
Edwina Scissor and Jonathan
Running
together.
Diagonally Scissor Together. And they find themselves in this scene being tracked down, being hunted by a serial killer. And the only way that these two can survive is to work through their differences to sort of really come together. And who knows, they might even come together with Jonathan together.
That's so sweet.
That's so nice.
We open on a derelict meadow. It's barren. It's dry. Suddenly, rustling from the bushes comes voluptuous, perky, high-heeled Edwina Scissors. Closely behind her follows Jonathan Scissor. They run, tripping, scrambling over the dirt, followed closely by an unnamed and unseen assailant.
Why'd you tell me to wear business casual? This is bad running attire.
Edwina
You
gestures to her
always make-
high heels, stacked mountainous.
You're always complaining instead of helping out on what we could do to really make this better.
You're always getting us into these insane situations where we're in hallways that have tons of doors and we're running from one to the other all the time.
Suddenly,
Oh yeah, that's all my fault.
Suddenly, the sound of a twig breaking somewhere in the distance is heard. An owl hoots, despite it being about 12:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, fuck it, Edwina. I'm allergic to owls.
That's no owl, you fool. It's them.
That's right.
Who? Please, you need to explain things more. I don't know what you're talking about most of the time.
There's no time. Run!
God damn it.
They run, and stepping forward from the bushes is a shaven-headed, bespectacled, huge glasses, multi-piercinged, non-binary serial killer. That's right. It's them.
Edwina, stop. Edwina, look. It's
What?
behind you. It's
Yeah, it's them. We gotta go.
okay. Let's get out of here.
Okay. Sorry. Just a second, Lonnie.
Yeah.
So the erotic bit is, or the romance bit, or the.
We're getting
Where
to
was
it.
that?
We're getting to it.
Oh, okay. So it is
Okay.
going to happen here. Okay.
It's going to happen in the clearing.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
The two make their way to the other side of the clearing, slowly pursued by their killer, by their would-be killer. They're moving very slowly because they're in no rush to catch their prey. So sure of themselves are they. Suddenly,
They're still coming. Hurry, Jonathan.
the two look up and spy with their horny, massive, and terrified eyes a treehouse.
There it is. That's where we can go.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Wow, we agreed for once.
Edwina,
Let's get up there quick. I'll give you a hand. I'll give you 2
Jonathan,
hands.
we have to hurry. There's no time. Come on.
Fuck's sakes, Edwina. Yeah, let's go.
Follow me. We have to go up into the treehouse.
Jonathan and Edwina have changed vocal styles. You see, they are falling in such love that you see them taking upon each other's vocalisms. It is a way to show but not tell that the two are falling madly in love.
Get up there,
You're my
you crazy baby.
You're my best friend, Edwina.
Let's
Edwina
go talk about
scrambles
it.
up, not taking off her massive high heels. She'll be caught dead before she'll be caught making a fashion faux pas.
Ow. Oh, Edwina, your high heels, they pierce me. Ouch.
Yes.
They make their way to the top of the tree and clamber into the treehouse, quickly pulling the rope-in ladder, the rope-in treehouse ladder up behind them. At that point, their killer appears, standing resolute and still, but enraged. Non-binary people cannot climb, you see.
What do you think of that, you?
No, they, them. They, them, Edwina.
I can't say you?
Is you okay? Is you okay?
Is you okay?
The killer takes out their smartphone and records the whole incident before posting it to Twitter. Edwina
Don't film me.
and
No.
Jonathan have
That's
been
actually
canceled.
Don't
illegal.
film me.
You need my permission for that. You're actually not allowed to do
The
that.
two have been canceled.
That's
The Twitter
illegal.
mob has
You
already
can't use
descended.
this.
Oh, geez, I've already been canceled.
With nothing
Well,
left
this
to
is the
lose, the
worst
two
day of
turn
my
to each other.
life.
The world is closing in on them, digitally speaking. They know that now it's now or never for them to act on their unbridled, horny, bonery passion.
I guess we have to be cam sluts now.
The two realize
Yep.
that it's time for them to be cam sluts. They set up their phones to be their cameras and log on to www.camsluts.ca.
Holy crap,
Well,
Edwina!
hey,
We've
big
already
guys.
made $26,000.
Yes.
Vice and BuzzFeed ran an article about how we started camming.
Their cam
Jonathan, I know. I've been freaking shooting tokens out my woohoo.
Their cam
Dude, we're
feed is
rich.
taken is clogged with alt-right and conservative trolls looking only to give money to the people who were canceled by the woke mob.
Man, this is great, huh? I really think we're the good guys.
Yeah, it's so nice that the good guys always have a happy ending.
Finally achieving a sense of moral superiority, the two ejaculate at once. Secure in the fact that they actually had it all figured out. Their hot takes, honey, only brought them closer together. They come warmed by how hot their takes just were.
Okay, Lonnie.
Holy shit, Alanis!
Yeah.
Whoa!
You didn't see that. You didn't see the social comment. The social commentary really came in at the end there.
I mean,
Cancel
that
culture
was
has it gone too far?
incredible.
That's what I ask.
And then I was
That is
really
what I
getting
asked.
big, like lighthouse vibes at the end. You know, like
Yes, Robert Pattinson is
just-
there.
it's
kinda had
just
a-
the like. Oh,
Did they fuck at the end of the
Zero, the
lighthouse? I
nuclear
hope they
bomb.
did. I never watched it.
What's the one where the dog, the cat, the other, and the snake or something are all going on an
Homeward
adventure?
Bound?
cat dog,
Yeah,
cat dog.
I had big time Homeward Bound vibes.
Yes, you know that dog, those dogs and that cat got home and they fucked in celebration.
They did hump for sure.
Oh,
They're
hell yeah.
animals.
Hell yeah.
They
All right,
did
well,
hump
as
for
are we
sure.
all, you know?
It stinks in here. It is steamed up.
I'm a
it's
human.
disgusting. We're gonna have to call. You know what who I've been calling after these kinds of records is not actually like a regular cleaner. I'll call a crime scene cleaner. They're way
Yeah,
more
that
thorough.
holds up.
And
Yeah.
I'll just say that, yeah. I'll be unspecific. I'll be like, yeah, over there, I guess.
They're
That's
probably
where
going to walk
they,
in. They're going to give one sniff. Then they're going to say, was Alanis Percocet here? Yeah.
Because you're
Well,
stinking.
I have a
everywhere we
distinct
go.
It's not-
stink.
It's not as easy as that, is it, though, Jack? Because I've had to play the dead body twice now.
Yeah, and
I
you're
had
no
to lay,
good at
I
it.
had to lay in. Well, you have make me lay on the toilet.
Well,
Yeah, or
wherever
like in
he's
a
got to
noose,
clean.
and you can't keep it up.
Yeah, or inside the oven.
Yeah.
it's just
You're
like
just
Bob
not
Dylan
committed to-
said.
you don't.
Lay, lady,
I
lay.
know it's because. Yeah, everybody knows that song is about convincing your best friend to pretend to be dead, so you can call a crime scene
Everybody
cleanup
knows that.
instead of a regular maid.
Layla,
Yeah. I put that song on when I'm laying my wig.
you got to make me clean, Layla.
All right, Connor. Since you've been such a good boy this whole episode,
So good.
Yeah.
would you do us the honor of saying the completely accurate quote
Yeah.
that will close up the episode?
This is from Romeo and Juliet. How doth thou see what thou must be? Up, down, thither, whither, in, out, bither, bother. Humphrey, Gumfrey, Forest, and more. Inwards, outwards, and through the door. Her breech is found up mine in the alley, say, doth how you like it that way.
Yeah. You know, I get something new from that passage every time I hear it recited, whether it's at Stratford or sort of, Shakespeare in the Park. I find myself hearing it with new ears.
It means, do you want to fuck?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get new ears after what that,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck that was, did to them. Let me tell you. I have been so lucky and so tickled and satisfied and stimulated by my guests today. Connor Doyle, of course, friend,
Hi.
partner,
Yeah.
good, and big get Alanis Percocet of the Lola and Lani podcast.
I
If
got
you
a
don't
big
already
pair of
listen
gets
to it,
right here.
if you don't already listen to it, turn yourself into the police. It's too late.
It's too
Maybe they'll
late.
play it for you in prison if you're nice enough.
To prison,
Should have
bitch.
been listening to that ages ago. And I, of course, am Jack Piss. This has been the Writer's Room. Please don't forget to write.
Kisses.